If you have a business or you are building one, you have probably asked how much does a website cost? Wrong question. The real question is what does this website need to do for my business and what decisions get me there without wasting my time or money. So today we are gonna give you a price range. We are giving you a actual verified framework so that you can build a working website for your business without losing your money. So let's get started. Before thinking about anything related to building a website, there are 4 decisions that you need to make. Get this right and everything downstream including price. Decision 1. How many pages does your business actually need? A website is a collection of pages that are connected to each other. A simple business might genuinely need 5: home, about, services, contact, blog. A complex one might need 50. This isn't about more pages, more cost. It's about what does each page need to accomplish for your business. A page that doesn't drive a customer toward a decision is a page that you probably don't need. Decision 2. Does your business need a backend? The backend is the part of your website that customer will never see. The system that stores information, manages account, processes payments, maintains security, etc. A normal site that just tells people who you are, a site that just needs to tell what your business is about, doesn't need any of this. A site where customers log in, track orders, or gets personalized content needs a real backend infrastructure. This is where WordPress comes in. WordPress with the right plugins can handle a surprising amount of backend logic without any custom development. Decision 3. What is the website's actual job? A purely informational site where your goal is actually explain the business, get the inquiry. That's the right, most straightforward build. A site you will updating consistently, blog posts, new content, changing offers, needs a real content management system. This is exactly where WordPress earns its reputation. It's the most widely used content management system in the world for a reason. If your team needs to publish content without calling a developer every time, WordPress is actually the right tool, not a compromise. An e-commerce site, where the website's job is to directly generate revenue, is a different category entirely. Payments, inventory, security, all stacks on top. Each of these solving a different business problem. Decision 4. Who builds it? And what are you actually buying? A freelancer, a local agency, or an international agency? They don't just differ in price. They differ in accountability, communication, and what happens after something breaks. The same logic applies inside the build itself. A WordPress site built by someone who understands business goal will outperform a fully custom website without a clear strategy. The platform is just a tool. The decision making around it is what determines the outcome. So how do these 4 decisions translate into what you are actually investing in? Tier 1 is the simplest informational website. A handful of pages, light or no backend, often WordPress based with a clean theme and proper setup. This is the right starting point for most small businesses that just needs to exist online to maintain credibility and generating small inquiries. It's not the cheap option, it's the correct option when that's genuinely what the business actually needs. Tier 2 is the growth stage website, a blog or CMS that needs real content workflows, maybe a booking system, or maybe a limited e-commerce catalog. WordPress still fits here perfectly, especially with WooCommerce for smaller stores. But this is also the point where we need to ask, do we really need something custom built instead? Tier 3 is the fully custom platform. Multiple user types, custom integrations, features built from scratch because nothing off the shelf does what the business actually needs. This is where WordPress usually stops being the right tool. And that's fine. We are not giving you any numbers here because the honest answer depends on your market and your requirements. What we can say is, if a quote feels too low, ask what's not included. If it feels too high, ask what's actually driving that cost and if you actually need that. There are some mistakes that business owners ends up making that pushes the launch date further and further. Mistakes 1. Changing direction mid-project. Every time you say, actually can we add this, can we add that, is additional time. And every moment you lose in building your website, you are losing a customer. The fix is very simple. Spend 1 extra week deciding what you want in your website instead of 3 extra months rebuilding. Mistake 2. Vague direction. The less clearly you describe your business outcome you want, the more your developer has to guess. And every guess is a revision waiting to happen. This applies whether you're building a custom website or briefing a WordPress build. A clear brief is the highest return investment in any project. Mistake 3. Skipping the planning and designing part. The single most common reason why a business needs to rebuild a website from scratch is going into building directly without a clear picture in mind. You need to have the final outcome of your website in the mind before you even start building. This step costs nothing, but skipping this step can cost you everything. Here is the part most people don't talk about. There is a cost of not having a dedicated website for your business. Every month you go without a working website is a month potential customers couldn't find you, couldn't trust you, or couldn't reach you. Every month your site looks outdated is a month someone landed on it and quietly decided your business might not be serious. We have watched businesses spend 2 years trying to get their perfect website while a competitor just goes with a simpler, faster site and it works. Sometimes just a well-built WordPress site took the customers they were waiting to win. We are Renoise. We build websites, web applications, and SaaS products for businesses and founders who want to make the decision correctly in the first place. Whether that's a WordPress, a custom build, or something in between. We are already working with multiple brands by creating their websites so we know what drives up businesses and what just drives up cost. If you have a website decision in front of you and you want an honest read on what your business actually needs, not a vague range, not a sales pitch, book a free discovery call. Link in the description. We are offering free prototype using AI so you can have your vision as a prototype for free. 20 minutes and you will leave knowing exactly what you need and what it should cost. If this was useful, subscribe. We post content like this every week, no filters, just honest answers about building things with technology. See you in the next one.